Retired Commissioner of Police Emmanuel Ojukwu joins me now for more on the insecurity challenge facing the country. When you look at the overwhelming dimension of this particular problem, you wonder if there's a simple solution to the problem. But let's begin with the police. They don't seem to have come to the party yet, particularly when you talk about armed banditry and a series of abductions. What do you think the challenge is when you look at intelligence gathering and efforts at preventing these crimes for the police?
Okay, the issues at stake are quite enormous, are large, and are complex. And so they require a lot more to solve than some of us think. Banditry is not new in Nigeria, neither is kidnapping. Those two hydra-headed monsters have only taken a new dimension, a new front. They become more violent, they become more recurrent, and so many people are gaining from that. That's the dimension that is very, very critical and dangerous. To solve such a problem, as we like to say in community policing, you need to look at the problem holistically. What is the root of this banditry? What are the causes? Who are those fueling it and who are those benefiting from it? If you get to know the source, you plug the source, you address the source, you reduce the gains the sources are getting, and then you are getting close to the solution of the problem.
How difficult a challenge is identifying this source, and whose responsibility really is it?
It is everybody's responsibility because everybody is mourning, everybody is losing, everybody is at a loss. The image of Nigeria is at stake. Nigeria is number 3 on the terror index. That's not good enough. Everybody has to be involved. But the government has to take the lead using its agencies, its assets in the security sector to look at the source of this problem and remove it. In doing so, he has to carry along the communities rather. Because these bandits reside in communities, they buy food from communities, they are members of communities. Everybody's hands have to be on the deck for us to solve this problem.
When you say that these challenges are hydra-headed, let's stay with the police for a bit. Is it a function of few personnel, or they are not well armed or well motivated, particularly when you consider a situation where bandits come in their numbers on motorcycles and abduct a large number of people in the community that's supposed to have, some police presence?
Bandits, like you said, come on motorcycles through bush paths. They come from forests. They have where they're staying, come to communities in the dead of night and pick people. The Nigerian police, and I don't know of any police force anywhere in the world that will police schools in large numbers. The police you have is one policeman to like 600 Nigerians. There's no way you can put 10 policemen in a school. How many schools do you have? I've not really taken account. But the schools you have in this country are in their thousands. Multiply that by 6 policemen or 10 policemen, you don't have that. That's what I'm talking about. Everybody being involved. Besides, there are technical areas or implements that may be used to police an area. They must be human beings. We can deploy drones. We can make the forest, which has become the enclave or the safe haven for this bad boy, we can make them uncomfortable for them, uninhabitable.
You agree with me that the challenge of getting everyone involved, for instance, when we look at intelligence gathering and the kind of relationship that should exist between the police and the citizenry, the credibility of the police, a fallout of the NSAS protest will show us or tell us that not many people actually have the right confidence in police personnel and their ability to protect them. Isn't that equally a big challenge?
Yeah, you can say that again. The police is not in the best of terms to members of the public, but the police didn't cause that problem. We must address it properly. The police we've had wasn't Nigeria's police. It was imposed on us by the colonial masters who didn't wish us well. And so the police you had, we are not friends with anybody. They were not here to make friends with anybody. They were here to oppress Nigeria. And Nigerians have not thought it fit to have their own police. It was only last year that we had a law governing Nigeria police, the Police Act of 2020. So if the discontent has been there over the years, we must accept the blame that we have not done what we ought to do. We have not equipped our police. We have not trained our police. We have not owned the police. And so if we don't own something and we don't trust it, the blame must go to Nigeria, and that is the truth. But be that as it may, we now have a democracy and we have a police that we now call our own. Let us begin to equip the police, train the police, and trust them. Some people don't even trust themselves. How much more trusting somebody else who is from a different tribe or ethnic group or from somewhere else? So we need to cultivate that trust that this police is our agent. This police is an instrument we are going to use to look into our safety and security challenges. We have no other police for Nigerian police.
It's a good place to leave it, Mr. Ojukwu. We'll talk more about this subsequently. Emmanuel Ojukwu is a former police commissioner who joined us on TVC News at 7. Thank you so much for talking to us.